Hey everybody, my name is Roman Polnar, and in this video, I'll help you prepare on the financial side of things. Because if you find yourself suddenly without an income, I know that it can be scary and stressful and overwhelming because, well, bills don't stop even if your income does. So in the next few minutes, I'll share the three most important things that I recommend you do to get you through this otherwise difficult period with the least amount of financial stress and overwhelm. So number one thing is you got to know your numbers. There's just no other way around it. And you need to see your numbers clearly before you can do anything meaningful with them. This doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be hard, and it doesn't have to be complicated. You can use an app, you can use a spreadsheet, but honestly, you can even use a plain piece of paper. So let's make a cash flow projection that's going to save you money. And to start, on one side of the page, write down all of the income. So if you have a spouse or a partner who has income from their job, write it down. If you have any passive income from investments, from dividends, interest, or real estate, write that down as well. And if you're eligible to receive unemployment benefits through your state, put it down as well. Add everything up, and it doesn't matter how big or small, at least now you know exactly how much money is coming in. Now, on the other side of that page, let's make a list of all of your expenses. Just go top to bottom and list everything out. When you're done, go back through the list again, and I want you to label each expense as either essential or non-essential, or as we would call discretionary, right? It's the fun stuff, the kind of things that we like to spend money on. And then go through it again the third time and see which discretionary and non-essential expenses that you can put on pause, at least for the time being until your income situation looks more certain. And see if you can maybe delay some of the larger expense items. Maybe you're planning a vacation, a big purchase, and things like that. Oftentimes, we have these subscriptions that kind of just go on and on and on in the background, and we just lose track of them. And if you added all of them up, it can really help lower your total spend. Speaking of lowering your spend, if you have young kids, whether they're in private K through 12 or in college, this would be a good time to reach out to those schools, explain your situation, and ask them for financial aid. So cutting out unnecessary expenses or lowering your total expenses can really help extend the life of your savings, last longer, and take some of that financial stress off of you. Okay, number two, I want you to look at your benefits from a financial point of view, starting with medical insurance. This is a big one for a lot of people. And if you're offered COBRA, when one of my colleagues in this video series might have already talked about it, you want to take a look at how much it costs and see if you have a lower cost alternative. Again, if you have a spouse or a partner that's covered by health insurance at their job, maybe you can join that plan if it's appropriate at a lower cost, or look outside and perhaps you can find personal coverage that's going to give you what you need at a lower price point. Also, if you're losing other valuable benefits like life insurance, for example, especially if you have young family and children that you used to cover through work, this might be a good time to get some inexpensive personal term insurance on your own just to have the peace of mind. And then also looking at your retirement benefits. Oftentimes people worry, what do I do with my 401k plan? And at this point, let me put your mind at ease. You can delay making this decision because that money is yours and you can wait until you find your next job. And perhaps if they have a 401k, you can just move your old plan into the new plan, or you can move it into your individual IRA when you are ready. The money is safe where it is, but we just don't want you to lose track of it. So find out what your 401k benefit is. If you have any pension plans, if you have stock plans, RSUs, options, whatever the case might be, life can get busy and we can kind of lose track of things, and we don't want you to lose track of your money, right? Last but not least, number three, if you are feeling overwhelmed, please ask for help. I know this is a lot to navigate on your own, especially in a short amount of time. And when you're making financial decisions, it can be difficult to do on your own. Unfortunately, finding good financial advisors is not always easy because a lot of financial advisors will want you to purchase some kind of financial product or insurance product or give them money to manage before they give you advice. And when you already have a lot going on, making a big commitment like that might not be the right thing to do at the time. So the last piece of advice I want to share with you is how to find the right financial advisor to give you advice. There are three things that I always recommend you look for. Number one, look for a financial advisor who works on an hourly basis so that you only pay them for what you need. Number two, look for a financial advisor who works independently of a financial institution so that you have a peace of mind knowing that they're not going to be motivated to sell you some proprietary product. And then number three, try to find a financial advisor who works as a fiduciary. So you know that they're putting your interests ahead of their own and ahead of the interests of the company that they serve. So to find an advisor that fits these three checkboxes, go to your local financial planning association or go to their website. It's letsmakeaplan.org. And if you have any questions or if you want to connect with me, email me at roman@pillar6.com or go on our website, which is www.pillar6.com, and book a complimentary consult. I'll do my best to help or at least point you in the right direction. And then the last thing that Melissa asked us to share is to answer a question about what our number one piece of advice would be for someone going through a career transition. And I would say that my number one piece of advice is to lean into your network. Ask for help, but be very, very specific and very clear about what it is that you're asking for. Which in a way is exactly what Melissa has done with this series of videos to help you go through this transition with more knowledge, more insight, more information to hopefully give you more control and clarity. And I hope by now more confidence to make the right decisions to get you through this transition. So with that being said, I want to wish you all the very, very best. Good luck in your search. Good luck through this transition. And of course, thanks for watching. Take good care.